Should we do voice warm-ups?
Red leather, yellow leather.
Okay, I'm ready to podcast now.
You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Before we get into the podcast, I think we need to bring this to light real quick. We obviously put the Q&A out on the Instagram. Would have been last Friday about the Grant Horvat interview. It is happening. It's happening later today, actually, and it's not going to make it into this podcast. So the Grant Horvat interview will be on next week's podcast.
You got to wait 1 week, people. We're building hype.
We're building hype.
That was unintentional, but now there is unintentional hype built for next week's episode.
And also what's cool is it's the last episode of 2022 for us.
Oh, fuck. What a coinky dink.
So it's going to be quite the electric episode.
We think we haven't done it yet, but it's probably going to be electric.
Yeah, I mean, how can it not? Obviously, you guys know everything going on in the golf world. It's great because golf, it's been such a stuffy sport lately that, we have the LIV and the PGA drama. We have players defecting over to the LIV. Now we have, the good situation. And that's like the next kind of big thing for drama in the golf industry. And we're going to have Grant on and that's all I'm going to say. On top of that. So that's coming next week. Be prepared, be on the lookout. Might put a couple teasers out just to get you guys even more excited about it.
Build even more unintentional hype.
But in terms of today, I know
so you're stuck with our lame asses for a whole nother week.
Yeah, for the 116th episode in a row.
Somehow Jake is still in the chair.
Not fired yet, by the way.
That's actually why we're bringing Grant on. We're interviewing him for your spot.
That's fine.
And all I know is all he needs to say to get that chair is yes.
There's also been no conspiracies, Tyler, about Grant Horvat possibly joining the Breakfast Ball crew. So that's all I'm going to say. No. Don't give him any reaction.
Yeah, well, I just don't. I love conspiracy theories, and that's one that we should start. He's hired.
We'll talk about it. Next week for you guys. But okay, here's the thing. I've been thinking lately, and to start,
that's a change.
Where do you do your thinking at? On the shitter?
No, I do most of my thinking alone in my recliner. I'm a big recliner
while watching
guy.
TV.
Sometimes, usually
I get too distracted by the TV.
It has to be a mindless, like a bullshit football game I don't care about, or the news. Something like that needs to be on, and then the brain is rolling because I got a noise in the background to shut off all the demons that talk in my head. And then I can just think freely.
See, that's just TikTok for me. I just throw TikTok on and then I forget about every other worry in the world, which is a very slippery slope. It's great for us because, good ideas are generated by that, but it's also a very slippery slope.
Yes. I think we need to address the cow in the room. Jake, what course are we at today?
We are.
There's a fucking.
You mean the moose in the room?
There's a fucking barnyard. There's. What kind of farm has? Well, you can't see it now because it's behind
We're
the
at Clarkson's farm.
There's a deer in this pen of animals.
They're a high fence deer. We're at Clarkson's farm on the GS Pro.
Deer standing next to the llama and husky.
Yeah. I happen to notice every animal is animated except for the chicken in the coop. It's just standing.
I think that's just a logo so the chicken knows which house is his.
Okay, this is great filler by you guys, but for those listening and not watching, you have no idea what
we just gave him a great audio visual.
We're in the stew again. The new stew is a simulator.
Great fucking audio visual, Tyler.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. I'm a painter with my words.
You guys know exactly where we're at right now. We're in the stew. Okay, back to my thinking place. Shitter, shower. One of two places. I was in the shower, and I was thinking.
This better be a groundbreaking idea with all this hype you're building.
No,
this is intentional hype too.
Well, you delayed it by talking about Clarkson's farm.
Yeah, I was trying to build more hype for you.
I realized this morning in the shower that Christmas is on Sunday. Christmas Eve is on Saturday.
Wait, the dawn.
What a fucking epiphany!
And I haven't done any. I haven't bought any gifts yet.
That's not good, Ryan.
I know it's not.
Now you have to go shop in person because nothing you order is going to get to you in time.
Unless this company is gracious enough to do 1 day overnight shipping, which is going to cost another $150.
Which means you're going to have to spend double on all your presents.
I know. And there's this thing about you're thinking about Christmas in November.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just if you have an idea for somebody, just go and buy it.
Like a lot of people do that. I did that.
I know they do that. Do I? No.
From the beginning of November, anytime like I saw an ad, I'm like, oh, that'd be a good present for this person. I just bought it.
But what if you see another thing where like, wow, this is way
Doesn't
better
matter.
for
Once
that person?
the person is purchased for, they're out of my mind.
Yeah, I have. I've done a little bit of shopping. It's been for my wife, and I received one of the items from. She's gonna listen to this. I can't fucking spill the beans. Never mind.
Meg, skip forward 30 seconds.
So I got it in the mail from Amazon, and it was broken. So another downfall of waiting last minute to shop for Christmas. However, later in the podcast, we're going to talk about the holiday gift guide, the do's and don'ts for buying Christmas presents. We got some good ideas up our sleeves. However, there's some more news we need to talk about before we get into that. And that is Tiger and Charlie teed it up again this last weekend.
Yes, they did.
How much of it did you actually watch?
I keep forgetting that there's golf on during football season, okay? I didn't watch any. I forgot all about it.
I mean, rightfully so, Tyler. The Vikings played on Saturday.
Unbelievable win. And everyone that's saying that it wasn't the greatest comeback of all time, you might be right because there's the Super Bowl comeback. But in my opinion, it is the greatest regular season game ever played.
Behind the Bills game?
No, I think this is better.
You thought this was better?
Yep.
I mean, it's one of two.
Yeah. And
the Bills game or the Colts game.
For those two to be in the same season for the same team is fucking bananas. And then
You're a Spark Notes guy. You'd forget to read the chapter the day before a test, so you'd Spark Note it. And that's exactly what you do with these golf tournaments, which I completely understand.
Yeah.
You get on YouTube, you throw on the highlights, and you figure out what you need to know from there.
Yeah, and I have one giant takeaway from my Spark Notes session.
What is it?
I'm 100% fully recanting any chance of us ever beating Charlie Woods in a scramble.
And remind me again, who said that we couldn't beat him?
You did, but that we could beat last year Charlie Woods. We can't beat the homie hit puberty with a vengeance.
I was going to say, how did he grow into a man from a boy over the course of 1 year?
He put on 100 fucking pounds in 6 inches.
And also the amount of swag that he walks with. I mean, weird. It's Tiger's son. He walks with swag. He does shit a lot like his dad does. And that should not be surprising to anybody. He's been watching him since he was born.
Yep.
But to actually like put those two side by side and compare their swings and compare, I don't know if you guys saw the recoil video, meaning like when they come through on their swing and they're like on their complete follow through and then they recoil the club really fast after they hit a monster drive. They both do it in the same exact way.
And you know, that's genetics too, because that's not something that you like do on purpose because dad's doing it. That's just something that happens because you share the same genes.
Yeah. I mean, think of all the shit that you have picked up from your dad. I definitely have not picked up his golf swing or anything like that. Like mechanics and the way you act is like not stuff that you pick up from your parents. Like, I feel like it's all genetics with them. You know what I'm saying?
Which is, it's weird because like you don't look at somebody's recoil like that and be like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
My
I do
point
shit
exactly.
like that. But I get what you're saying. I'm an anomaly. In
I don't think Charlie was like, Dad does that, I want to do that. I think it just happened because that's the way their genetics work. They're wired the same.
I do. You guys wonder why I walk so fast from place to place. I get that from my dad. That's the explanation right there. You need to know more about that. So if you ask, Ryan, why are you walking so fast? It's like, it's genetic.
Why do you get your herky jerky walking fast driving skills from? Because you drive the exact same way you walk.
I get that from neither my mom or dad. I actually don't know. I think that's just a me thing.
Okay.
It's a lead foot thing. I don't know. But I guess it's a good question. Like there are multiple other things too that leg injury, PNC champion. They're both injured during the PNC Championship. Did you guys not notice? I mean, it was news all over the place. Charlie's ankle was fucking hurting him bad.
Yeah. What the hell happened?
Well, I had heard a couple different places that it's like growth spurt, growing pains, which is understandable.
Oh, yeah,
the kid's put on 50 pounds since last year.
Definitely growing.
And he went from an 11-year-old to an 18-year-old in 1 year.
Yeah.
But he was like, it was affecting some of his shots big time.
Yeah.
Now, Team Woods finished minus 19 through 36 holes. They finished tied for 10th. And I mean, the squads in front of them, we're talking Justin Thomas and his dad. We're talking JD1 and JD2, who were 2 shots off the lead. VJ Singh and his son ended up winning it all. Also, what
was that noise you just made?
Also,
that was so high pitched.
VJ Singh and his son to win it all. Like, I don't know. Like, how anticlimactic of a PNC for like, oh, you know, granted, they have been playing in it for a long time.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Didn't they?
When was the
came
last
pretty close to winning it last year too?
They've never won it before.
They got pretty close.
Yeah, they come pretty close. I mean, Tiger and Charlie came pretty close. They were 9 shots off. I mean, that's a lot of shots off, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Dailies
like,
finished number 2.
give me I want the Dailies at the top spot. I want Justin Thomas and his dad at the top spot, or Jordan Spieth.
Why?
Because
I love that the Singhs won it because nobody gave a shit about them until they won it.
that is
Everyone
okay,
is focused on the Dailies. They're focused on the Thomases and they're focused on the Woods. And VJ Singh and his son are like, fuck you guys. We're better.
Yeah. When was the last
That's
time
actually a good point. That's a good point because it's like, imagine the conversations that they're having behind the scenes. Like, hey, there's zero pressure on us right now. We can go out and win this thing, and everyone's going to be like, holy shit, no one saw this thing's coming.
The frustrating part, and we're guilty of this too, they went out and won the damn thing, and we're still talking about Charlie and Tiger more than we are them.
Are you guys part of the problem?
I think so.
I think you are.
And I think the whole world, except for maybe like the Singhs themselves, are in the same boat. Everyone's talking about Tiger and Charlie.
Well, but yeah, like even then, when was the last time that you were like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm really rooting for VJ Singh in this tournament? You know, it's been a while.
He's one of those classic golfers that everyone knows their name, but I don't know if he's a ton of people's favorites.
I would agree.
Like I if he wins, I'm like, oh hell yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm never like, VJ's my guy this week.
He's just one of those guys that's been in the league for so long, or that's been in the PGA for so long. That's like,
right. Like I knew who VJ Singh was before I even cared about golf.
yeah.
Well, I think the reason behind that too is like he was in his prime during an age where there wasn't really no social media.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys were.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like the Jim Furyk, I feel like a lot of people knew Jim Furyk because of maybe his swing antics or something like that. But unless you were really watching golf during the VJ Singh era, he probably just like, it's hard for him to be your favorite. You don't know him that well.
Contrary to that, there's Phil Mickelson as well, whereas his prime was in that area, but people still fucking love Phil.
That's true.
So I don't know. You do the math on that one.
I think the only reason I ever rooted for Phil is because my grandpa is such a huge fan. I never really gave a shit about him until grandpa, because they're both lefties.
Yep.
He was big when grandpa was in the height of his fandom.
Yep. They both swing Wedgewoods.
Yeah, they both swing Wedgewoods because they're 97 years old.
Yeah. Also, but then like also for the Phil thing too is like he's, you know, known for doing crazy shit with his clubs, like crazy shots and stuff like that. And regardless of whether or not social media is out there, he's going viral for that. It will be on SportsCenter top 10, shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to circle back to the Charlie versus Tyler and Ryan situation. We're scrambling, and he's just playing straight up.
Yep.
We need a stroke per hole.
You think? I still think it's closer than everyone's giving us credit for, but we do not win.
Because, I mean, if we were to play a scramble together, a 2-man scramble, which we've actually never done, I think you and I are probably going...
Well, it depends.
I think we're probably shooting maybe 1 or 2 under through 9, maybe 4 or 5 under through 18. And that's being generous. We're both dialed that day.
Well, I was going to say that I don't think we'd shoot under. I'd say we shoot low 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I mean, Tyler, I would shoot low 80s by myself.
Okay. And I guess it depends on what's on for us that day.
Also,
because there are certain days where our whatever's on really complements the other. Like I'll putt well, you'll
100%.
drive well, my irons are on, you're chipping well.
Yep.
Like it all depends. It would really suck if that day we're just both driving well and neither one of us could fucking putt.
I agree.
We'd get blown out.
Do you know what's going to be a massive day in the golf world down the road?
What?
When Charlie Woods officially enters the realm of social media.
Yeah. I kind of hope the kid stays away from it.
I don't think he can. I think for brand, I mean, not that, again, it's Tiger's son. He probably doesn't need brand deals, but it's good for him and his brand and his personality. to be a part of that kind of thing.
If he does, I hope that it's a situation where he has someone doing it for him.
And I think Tiger 1000% has someone running his social media. He is not in tune with the ads that are being posted on his Instagram page.
No.
You can just tell right away. And that's probably going to be the case. Now, I think JD too does a pretty good job of just like being a normal kid, living the college life, but also being the son of a very notable professional golfer.
Well, it's because nobody realized that John Daly even had a son until like 3 years ago.
That is true.
Because like until he went to Arkansas and started killing it, nobody realized that John Daly has a son that's super good at golf until he went to Arkansas and was crushing it. Except for the true golf hardos.
Okay.
Like the average golf fan like us did you know about John Daly II until 3 years ago?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. You know, it's kind of, Tyler, this podcast is becoming a lot of like me just spewing shit out of my ass and you correcting me. And I actually really enjoy that because you give me the time of day to just speak my mind and what I'm thinking, and then you're honest enough to correct me in that. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I get my brutal honesty from my father. So
okay, well that's great. I mean, genetic again.
Yep.
But I think it's kind of like when Bronny James, LeBron's son, officially joined social media. I mean, he racked up like 1 million some followers in a single day.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same case with Charlie. However, I am with you. I do think he should maybe stay off of it for a bit. But when that day comes, that is going to be a massive day in the golf world.
Because like with the Woods name, one comes a heavy burden of living up to it.
Yep.
And two, it comes instant success in any realm like that.
Yep.
And so I feel like, and I am pulling a Ryan here and just blowing this out of my ass. I have no evidence whatsoever. I feel like Charlie is the type of person that wants to make his own name.
I agree.
In the world. Like he's totally fine with being Tiger's son, but he doesn't want to just be known as Tiger's son.
Yep.
So I think that it's a tricky situation for him to navigate the world of social media because he's going to get 1 billion followers just because he's Tiger Woods' son, but he's got to figure out how to leverage that into being his own person.
Yeah, it's like for athletes, it's like you see a lot of father-son duos who are also athletes. Ken Griffey Sr., Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken Jr., right? Like whenever I see people like that, the father is always like not as big as the son, right? When you take examples like that, it's hard to be bigger than Tiger Woods.
Right.
So it's
hard to be bigger than LeBron James.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's hard to be bigger than Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Which is why little Bronny, like, don't name your kid after yourself. Then he's really fucked trying to get away from your legacy.
I know, because every time I'm on social media, I see a Bronny post. It's like, you know, what star recruit is he, or like, will he even make it to like a big Division I college? I mean, he will. I mean, it's the name, it's the NIL money that's going to roll in from these big colleges. So yeah, it will be tough. I would say the PNC Championship though is my favorite tournament to watch in golf. I'll say that right now.
Really?
Of all time.
More so than the Waste Management, you think?
I still think the Ryder Cup's my number one. I fucking love the Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup is fun, but when you see father-son duos and how did Justin Thomas learn how to golf like that? Well, his dad literally helps with Charlie Woods.
I was just going to say that's his coach. Charlie Woods' swing coach is Justin Thomas's dad.
Oh,
so now
really?
You see the guy behind the mayhem here, actually golfing. You don't see that very often.
Yep. Yeah, it's like when we finally golf with our father, Lucas.
Yes. Yes. And I mean, the guy shoots 600 through 18 holes.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And he just had fun that day.
Yep.
Ah, great. I'd love to have fun and maybe
disappointed with his score. I had fun.
You guys should scramble against him. See if you could beat him.
That's actually
a great test because if we can beat Lucas, we can beat Charlie because I think Lucas is better than Charlie.
I would agree. And you know, there's a 10 to 12 year age gap there.
And Lucas has been literally a professional golfer for how long?
Correct. We'll get that on the books.
We should. Sure. Yeah, we should shoot that video.
I mean, what else in professional golf, Tyler? This is so not us.
Daly, number 2. Big John playing on one leg.
Also.
But thank God he's got 3. So
yeah, he's getting a knee replacement soon. So he was hobbling around. I mean, everyone at the PNC is hurt. However, everyone's still
kind of funny to see all the old dudes just like holding their backs.
Everyone still shows up though. That's the best part about it. And I think that's why shows you how much they enjoy this tournament. They're hurt and they keep showing up. Now, I don't know if you saw it, but I believe it was Saturday. John Daly and John Daly the second, 11:51 tee time. JD1 shows up at 11:31. He shows up to the course. Now, to get your bag, or maybe he showed up to the range at that time.
Yeah.
Fucking hit a couple one-handers, probably cig and some sort of beverage in hand. Hit a couple one-handers, I'm sure smashed a couple drives, and then hopped up on the tee box. Classic John Daly. Sunday, 0 balls hit on the range, 0 chips hit on the fringe, and 0 putts hit on the green. Rolls up to the first tee, and they finish second place, I believe, 2 shots off the lead.
That just goes back to like the range shouldn't impact your game. All it is to loosen up. And when you're his age, you don't need to loosen up. You just grip it and rip it, as his favorite phrase.
I mean, the amount of times he's done it, he does not even need to look at a driving range to this day. And I think to close out the pro golf talk, Tiger's back.
I am back too.
Tiger's fucking back in a big way.
I love the press conference of Charlie being like I knew he was a pretty capable golfer, but I'd never seen him play like this before.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, dude, like, yeah, he was on, but compared to when he was on, you still didn't see shit, Charlie. Your dad is the fucking GOAT.
Yeah. When they pull up golf statistics about like, here's how this person who just won this tournament ranks up to Tiger, or like Jon Rahm's been first in the world for X amount of weeks, and how many weeks behind Tiger that he still needs to catch him. It's like thousands.
Right. It's like no one's going to sniff those records, which brings me back to my Charlie carving his own thing out. He's never going to live up to that, so he's got to make his own identity type of thing.
I would agree with that.
Yep. I mean, if he does, though, that'd be fucking cool.
That would be fucking sweet.
All of Tiger Woods records get broken by Charlie Woods.
Yeah, that would be unbelievable.
That would be great. So try at least a little.
Give it a shot.
Did you see the Justin Thomas question in the post-round press conference?
Mm-mm.
So they were like done with the interview, and then Justin Thomas was in like the media, like he was asking a question, and Tiger's like, no, because he saw he was about to ask him one. He's like, no, we're done. We're taking no more questions, like joking around.
Yeah.
And Justin Thomas is like, Charlie, what's the deal behind the Snoopy hat? And Tiger like pulled his hat over top of his face, and he's like, oh God. And Charlie gave like a very political answer in that situation, because you could tell his dad was like, oh fuck, not this. And he's like, well, it was the only hat in my closet that fit me the best, so that's all I can say on that. And then Tiger's like, great answer. So it makes me wonder, like, what's the deal behind the Snoopy hat?
Did he get a brand deal with the Peanuts or what?
That would be hilarious. His first little Charlie Woods first ever brand
with Disney World.
Well, they're not Disney.
They're not?
No.
No.
I'm thinking of Camp Snoopy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mall of America.
Oh yeah,
Camp Snoopy.
That's still not Disney.
Still not Disney.
No, I know it's not Disney, but Mall of America used to have fucking Camp Snoopy.
Yeah.
You guys, that's what I meant, not Disney World.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, it'd be hilarious if his first deal ever was with Charlie fucking Brown. He's golfing out there in the yellow shirt with the black stripe, and Lucy pulls his ball off the tee before he can hit it.
I never thought about the Charlie Brown deal.
Yeah, well, that's Snoopy's owner.
No, I know, but I'm like, what's the deal with this? Dude. Again, Tyler, spewing shit out of my ass. You're correcting me.
I'm sure he just had like a stupid Snoopy hat or something.
Yeah.
But it seemed like so much deeper than that.
Well, here's the realistic answer is that he probably lost a bet or something. Like,
could have.
His dad was probably like, hey, you got to wear a Snoopy hat the next tournament, some shit like that.
Or it was a bet with Justin Thomas.
Or, yeah, his dad.
Something.
Yeah, like if you guys win, we'll wear Snoopy hats next year at the PNC or something.
Yeah. Because Charlie he's notorious for trash talk to Justin Thomas.
Yeah, the whole note he left in the bunker.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, he like left a note in the bunker for one of the Thomases that said like, this is a right hole or something.
Yep.
Like play it right.
Anyway,
it was a left hole.
I'm waiting for some answers to come out on the Snoopy hat. I have no idea right now.
This is the hardest hitting question we'll have all day.
Okay. let's take a quick break. We'll come back with some holiday gift guide talk.
Mhm.
And then we'll wrap things up with some very interesting, crazy golf rules that I don't think you've ever heard of, nor have I ever heard of them before I discovered them.
Okay.
I'll be right back. We're back.
We're back.
And like I opened up with, Christmas is going to be here very, very soon. So you're going to have to go. You're going to have to go to a store, which sucks.
Yep.
Maybe you could Instacart it. Maybe you could drive up delivery, do something. Or you could just go in the store. You can maybe head up to the golf section. I don't know. Maybe look at the clubs. Maybe hit a couple clubs. Maybe buy a new club for yourself. It is Christmas and you do need to treat yourself. Maybe walk out of there about $500, $600, $700, $800 in the hole. Whoopsies.
Did that
Sorry,
over
honey.
Black Friday. Whoops.
You
What?
wait, what?
Yeah, over Black.
Elaborate. What did you buy? Your bag's right here.
No, I didn't buy golf clubs, but I ended up spending $800 or like $700 on myself.
You got
to brag.
gaming shit, didn't you?
Well, I got a new processor for my computer, and then I got a couple Ken Griffey Jr. jerseys, and yeah, it'll happen.
Why do you need more than one Ken Griffey Jr.?
Because he's a simp.
Yeah, he's like, you know how much I love baseball. He's like Tiger Woods for me.
Is there a GOAT for baseball?
No.
It's just because every position's so different, you know? There's like GOATs for positions, is there not?
Yeah. There's pitchers. There's, the
Like,
best
who would be the best
shortstop or-
pitcher? Is it Nolan Ryan? Cy
Yeah.
Young? Maybe the award's after him.
No, it's not Cy Young. It's probably Nolan Ryan or maybe Randy Johnson. If you
Well, a lot
wanted
of
to go
the
there.
a lot of the dogs were in the steroid era too. So
Yeah.
it's like, how do you? And I mean, my opinion on that is like, just let everyone do steroids and level the playing field. If you're not doing steroids, you're going to be a step behind. So just
The problem with that is it tarnishes legacies and records that are standing pre-steroid.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I know. So I think you can separate the two.
Yeah,
It's like
but then there's never the true defined best.
there still isn't though. Based off this conversation, there is
It's
still
because baseball changes the rules too fucking often.
yeah.
Anyway, guys, it's time to go out Christmas shopping. Today, we want to talk about the do's and don'ts of the holiday gift guide for golfers.
Yes.
Obviously, when I open a present on Christmas morning, I would love for it to be something I can bring out onto the course, something I can use in the golf world, something I can enjoy, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the same?
Yes.
And I'm
course.
pretty sure I know what Grandpa Dave's getting you. He's getting you something golf related.
Yeah, I'll probably get a bunch of noodles. Actually, Grandpa Dave doesn't do the shopping. So
Grandma Kathy does.
probably won't get any golf shit for Christmas, but Grandpa will randomly just give me a golf knickknack. But it's never for like a specific day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like he gave me a ball marker just randomly, like a month ago. Like he gave me a divot fixer. He just finds random shit and gives it to me. He loves finding like old clubs at rummage sales. Like, do a video on this.
Really?
Yeah.
like the extendable putter.
Yeah, he gave that to me for a video. Like,
Yeah.
he made it once for a joke when we were playing each other head to head. But then he's like, take this, do a video. Like, remember all the club videos we did?
Yeah, they all came from him.
He gave us all of them.
Can he get us a hammer driver?
I had one. That's the first driver I ever had was a hammer.
Can we get one?
I'll see if I can find one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we need to get that other driver too.
The breakaway one.
the breakaway driver.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, is
I
that
sent
that
you- I
one
sent
that
you a
like
link
if you
for it.
overswing?
I sent you a link for it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, okay, that brings me to a good point. I feel like a big, like a kind of a no-no when it comes to gifts for us is golf balls. And I say that because you guys understand what type of golfers we are. We are, number one, trying to extend the round as much as possible. And in order to do that, we're in the shit. We're in the trees. We're in the long grass. We're looking for balls that is going to carry us through the next 2, 3, 4 seasons.
And why is that, Ryan? Why do we look for balls so often?
Because it's fun. It's almost like a game of like hide and seek. You never know what kind of ball you're going to find. But, and don't get me wrong, getting balls is great. But I feel like there are more practical gifts for guys like us that someone could get.
So we're somewhat on the same page, and here's where I differ, and I understand your point here. The reason I like looking for balls, yes, is because it's fun, and 2, I love
Exercise.
free shit.
Free shit is great.
So give me balls. It's more free shit. I'm gonna have a tough time with this list because if it is given to me as a gift that I don't have to pay money for, I'm gonna like it.
Obviously, we're going to accept anything.
Yes.
But on that note, it's like, I think there are more practical things that we could receive or that somebody could get us. Now, I think it's shit that we do not want to buy, Tyler.
Yes.
I would say one do for us to wrap up either, from Santa or whatever is teas.
I'll take teas 100% every time.
Because I can't tell you the last time I bought a tee.
Yeah.
If I am out of tees or if I forget one if I forget to grab one from my bag and I'm already at the tee box, I'm just going to find a broken one and prop it up in the grass.
Or if he needs a tall one, you'll just scavenge from the rest of us.
Correct. You look around the tee box a little bit. The downside of having the first tee time of the day is sometimes the grounds crew cleans up all those nasty tees.
Which is rightfully so.
Correct. But it also then I need to really be on my game.
The best though is when they got the little box of broken tees there for you. They sweep them all up, but they don't throw them away because they know there's people like you and myself on par threes that need those. And they're more commonly found on par threes, but that need those and they're there ready for you. And you don't even have to search the tee box. They're just there in a nice little pile, neat and organized for you.
Perfect.
And then once you see that box, at least for me, if I break a tee, I'm throwing it in that box for the next guy.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving it on the tee box for someone else.
I would agree.
To scavenge for. I'm being nice and I'm putting it in that box. So I love those.
The best tee to find on a tee box when you have left one back. Let me rephrase that. The best tee to use that isn't yours is a plastic tee.
Yep.
That you find in the little tee box of broken tees. So, I mean, some people are they have all the money in the world because they'll hit a tee shot and they'll just leave their tee in the ground for the next guy.
Do you remember when we were golfing in Nashville the first time and I pocketed, I'm not kidding you, 18 tees because the group in front of us, some guy would leave a perfectly nice pro tee, the plastic, hard white plastic ones with the blue marker with the line, and he left one on every tee box, and I used those the rest of the year.
Tyler, some guys are rich, some guys aren't.
I'm not, and that guy was, and he was great following him.
Apparently, the people in the highest tax bracket just are not picking up their tees when they're done with them.
Yeah, they can't afford to bend over. They got business deals to do.
No, I know, and I'll tell you what, that baby's going it's going straight up into my hat for every single hole after that.
You would have had a fucking tee from ear to ear all the way wrapping around your hat.
Yeah, actually, hey, that's actually not a bad idea. Just to see how many you actually come out with.
Like a crown of tees.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you 100%. I will take balls. I will too. Here's my advice for you though. If the golfer in your life that you are buying for is anything like Ryan or I, we love Pro V1s, right? But I would rather have...
Because it makes us think we're sick.
Yeah, I would rather have triple the amount of balls that aren't Pro V1s so you can spend less money.
I agree.
And I get more balls because I don't care what the ball is.
I agree.
I just want more of them. So Grandma, Becca, if you're listening, don't spend $40 on 12 Pro V1s. Spend $40 and get me 100 noodles or 100 top flights. I don't give a shit. I said the T word in front of Ryan. He's like, no, top
flight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, Tyler, I can go around town and pick up rocks out of landscapes and gift them to you in a box.
Yeah. Oh, just go to Costco. Give me a shit ton of Kirklands.
That's it. Now that is a great idea. The I don't know. It's, everything at Costco is in bulk, including the golf balls, including the golf gloves, including
the wedges. You can't just buy one. You got to buy the wedges in bulk.
You got to buy them in bulk. You got to buy them in 3. Yes, that's also a great idea. Another practical gift idea that us as golfers are never going to buy is training aids.
Yeah, I would. That's 100% right. I will never, ever purchase a training aid for myself.
But if someone buys you a training aid, if Meg's like, well, every time you got done golfing last year, you came home and you're like, you just can't fix your slice. You don't know what's going on. In the back of my mind, I figured it's not the driver. It's the guy swinging the driver. So here's a good little training aid to fix that slice. Great. Awesome. If they swear by it, I will use it. However, I'll never go out on my own and buy it.
I hope to God you open a present and Meg is shit talking your swing. It's like, I got you this because you have a fucking terrible slice, Ryan.
I mean, she's probably one of the only people I talk to about my struggles in that area.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk to you about it. I see it.
No, exactly. And she just sits there and listens, which is why she's the best.
It smiles and nods and buys you a training aid.
Yes. Even like the perfect practice mat, like for putting and doing all that kind of stuff, like snow day at home, can throw the perfect practice or, that's like Kleenex for me, the perfect practice. You can get any putting mat. I just call them all that. You can get the perfect practice or you can get any other putting mat. That's another guy.
I got a putting mat for a wedding gift from Jared.
It's a great
I
idea.
would have never bought it for myself, but now I have one and I use it semi-regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good snow day activity.
Yep. My kid loves it.
You ever heard of the leg shot club?
No.
Or like the swing stick? It's a lot like the swing stick. So it focuses a lot on tempo. It's just a flimsy club.
You have one. I like that thing.
I do. Yeah.
I always stretch with it.
Correct. A swing stick is another great gift idea.
Really loosens up the old man joints.
Got one of our golf group chat buddies. The three of us in the chat with him bought it for him for his birthday.
Nice.
And I think, he's going to get great use out of it. That's another good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but bag accessories are the bomb when it comes to getting gifts. I'm talking new towels, new club brushes and stuff like that. Because I don't go out of my way to go buy those things when I need a new one. Like say I need a new club brush, the wires are all fucked up and whatever. Those are super easy stocking stuffers. What, they're like $5 or something like that?
Yeah.
You just toss them in there.
You could just get a mini grill brush.
Yeah, literally that's it. Like my dad got me a grill brush. My dad got me a club brush like a couple of years ago. And if my brother hadn't stolen it off my bag, I probably never would have gotten one.
So I agree 100% with the brush. The towels. Here's my stance on towels on the bag. I don't want one because when you have one, that's enough.
Yeah.
And it seems like when you have one, another one shows up and another one shows up and another one shows up. And then you have 5 golf towels, but it's not something that you just cycle through. Like
it's not like you wake up in the morning.
There's no expiration date on a golf towel.
Right. And you're not sitting there when you choose your polo for that round. You're like, I wonder which golf towel I want to put on my bag today too. I've had a breakfast ball towel on my bag for the last 2 years, and I'm not going to take it off until it rips off or there's a hole in the middle. I haven't even washed it. You don't even need to wash those things.
No, you don't need to wash them. Well, I think it's like, I don't know if it's a microfiber material. So I think it's just good dirty.
Yeah.
Like even if it's dirty, it's clean. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, even if you're not washing dishes with it.
Well,
you're just wiping water off your club.
Yeah, and even if I'm sweating my ass off on the course and my towel is super dirty, I'll still wipe my face with that towel.
Yeah.
None of the dirt transfers to my face. Oddly enough, I don't know how that works, but it doesn't.
So don't get me a golf towel. I'm good.
Now on the topic of golf towels, I'm out on things that are personalized. Unless it is like a ball marker or a divot fixer or something that just like is stagnant in itself. Now, if we're talking like a personalized head cover or a personalized golf towel or something with your initials on it, I don't know. I'm kind of like, that's cool and everything, but you're kind of just stuck with it then.
Yeah, I'm see, so we're so close to being the same, but we're a little different still on this. A similar take. I don't want anything personalized whatsoever. If it's like consumable in a way, I don't want personalized balls. I don't want personalized tees.
Yes.
I don't want something that I have to choose to use and could potentially lose because I'll never use it. And then what's the point of having it? Like a ball with my name on it, I'm never going to use it because I'm just going to lose it.
And that goes back to my point of like things that are stagnant, like a divot fixer, a ball marker. That stuff will always stay with you. A ball, a tee. I mean, even a head cover you can forget somewhere.
Yep, right. Like shit that if it attaches to my bag or stays in my pocket, I'll take it personalized.
Correct. Yep.
But if it is on a club or being used on the course, I don't want it.
Or if it's like serves a really functional purpose and stuff like that, like something that like if somebody got you something personalized and you're like, fuck, dude, this thing doesn't work worth a shit.
Yeah.
Then you feel
It's
bad
like son of a
because
bitch,
you're
like-
stuck with it, man.
And also, there's only so many things you can like put in or on your golf bag. I mean, there's a limit. There's only so many pockets, or even like a golf glove, a personalized golf glove. I'm sorry, I'm out on it
No, 'cause
because
you
you're
just-
going to throw it away in a month.
Yeah, it's just going to get wrecked. And then when you're done with it and it's gross and sweaty and stands up like a freaking gym sock and
What sock?
a gym sock.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
From gym or
A tube
from,
sock that was underneath your childhood bed. Okay, we'll just go there. When your glove is stuck rigid like that and it's got your name on it and it was like a nice sentimental gift, you don't throw it away, do you?
No.
Then what do? You just got this stinky ass glove in your bag for the rest of eternity?
Put it in the trophy case.
Yeah. For what?
Again,
Trophy case for all the 98s I shot this year?
I don't know for what, but it's personalized, so you have to keep it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm also in on like things that don't even contribute to your golf game, more memorabilia, if you will, like a display case to store your balls in from cool courses that you went to. Or I've seen something on social media where this guy, he keeps a scorecard from every cool course he plays.
Yeah.
And he's got like a big display of scorecards, which is an awesome idea.
Yeah.
But
Do
shit
you
that-
keep the ones you play shitty on?
If it's a cool course, yes.
Yeah.
Because if it's a cool course, I'm just there for the experience and not for the score.
Yeah, and people see that you put that one really high up, so it's hard for people to see the score.
Yeah.
You just like, it's a cool course. Like, oh yeah, right up there. Yep, that's when I played Pebble Beach.
Yep.
And then you just don't see the 115 that's written down.
Yeah,
Yep.
the one where you played the local 9-hole course and shot a 41 is really up and set.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one's down here because I know it's not like a destination course, but it holds a special place in my heart.
Well, and
when-
again, shit like that, it's a great icebreaker. It's like showing your buddies like your guns when they come over to the house, bring them to the basement.
Yeah, you want to come look at my balls and my cards?
Come look at the my scorecards from the last 10 years of these courses I played. I mean, there's a story. You can pick a story from every course that you played to tell somebody else.
Oh, here's what I want. I want a golf gimmick made. Do you remember when the state quarters came out?
Yep.
In the giant cardboard
Yes.
map that you could put the quarter from each state on. I want somebody to make a map like that, but for ball markers for the 50 states. So you can
That's
get a ball.
actually a phenomenal idea.
You get a ball marker from each state and you put it in there, and then you can display that up on the wall.
That's a phenomenal idea. I
I'm
thought
in.
you were going the golf ball route with it.
That would be cool too. But I think like just the ball markers, because those are so much more unique. Like balls, they can just slap their logo on it, right?
And when you get them all like set in stone in the display case, it looks like an American flag,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
these
right.
chairs we're sitting on.
Well, then you gotta like color coordinate what course you get the ball.
No,
marker
like
from.
they just come like that. Like Alaska ball markers are red. And
Oh no, I'm saying like I golf in North Dakota once, right? So I just pick one of the courses in North Dakota.
Oh, you're just talking any random
Yeah,
ball
yeah,
marker.
yeah.
I thought you meant this is like a sanctioned thing where like you can get this specific ball marker for this display case in Alaska.
No, I meant like, yeah, if we go to Arizona, I get one from
Gotcha.
the Waste Management, you know?
So that's your new collectible.
Yeah. But I like this map thing because like I do this. I buy ball markers from cool places and stuff, but they just all sit in a pocket.
How about for like it's a map of the 50 states, and in the middle, and I don't know if is this how the quarter
I
thing
think
works?
this is exactly what
I just
Tyler just
described.
described.
I thought it literally just went into like a little circle with like a description of the state above it.
No, it goes on a map.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
I was never into that game again. Here we go. Thanks for the clarification. I didn't know that. But hey, what a phenomenal idea by me. Had we had this conversation 50 years ago, I might have just came up with the quarter idea.
Yep. That was
Son of a bitch.
The epiphany in Ryan's eyes just to regurgitate the idea.
I mean,
What if?
in my head, it sounded great.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we agree. We had the same idea.
Yes, we did.
I'm out on gimmicks. I don't want a ball sack
Oh
to
yeah.
put my balls in on my bag.
No.
One that says property of Becca on
Yeah,
them.
right.
Those ones are so
I don't want one of those. I don't want the ball marker that looks like a dick. I basically just don't want any genitalia golf related material.
do you have the tees with boobs on them?
I've seen them. I don't own any. No.
Got one sitting in my bag over
Don't
there.
want one.
Merry Christmas, Tyler.
Again, like it's funny. It's funny for
It's
a whole.
Funny once. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's good for one laugh. But when you golf with the same people every time, I don't need to be nutsack boy.
Honestly, you could a great fucking gift would be getting 18 of those little gimmies and just having one joke per hole when you're out with your buddies.
That's so much preparation.
Yeah.
So
You just gotta like plan it out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think the boob tee is great for hole 4.
Well, I got a buddy that has the nutsack thing on his bag, and every time I see it, I just groan. Like, I got half a chuckle the first time I ever saw the nutsack.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, there you are again, your balls hanging off your bag.
Well, I'll see them on somebody's bag, and I just don't even comment on it.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want. They want you to comment on it, but I'm not going to.
No, well, don't give them the satisfaction of that.
No. Another great gift for a significant other is the homemade personalized coupons that you type up on the computer. Hey, this is good for one free massage, or this is good for one blah blah blah.
Yeah.
If you get a personalized coupon that says like, this is good for one round of 18 with the boys whenever you want, or this is good for 2 extra hours at the 19th hole whenever you want. This is good for one free golf trip this next summer with the boys. That is fucking elite.
Yeah, and it costs you $0.
And the permission is in the slip.
Yep. So no questions asked. I'm leaving this week for my golf trip. Here's my coupon.
It costs your significant other nothing. All it costs them maybe is like a day with the kids, or like like one free day without the kids. Like, hey, honey, I'm taking the kids to Grandma and Grandpa's house. You do whatever you want today.
Mm-hmm.
I have a tea time booked for you and 3 others at this course at 8 a.m. You can go have a day.
That would be tight. Adding the coupon. Here's a golf day for you planned by me.
It costs them nothing because you're paying for the round. You're paying for the drinks. It's the permission that is the gift itself.
Yeah.
I think that's huge.
I also like the coordinating idea of like, they already reached out to all your friends. They got it set up. You don't have to deal with the golf group chat, anyone bailing on you.
Well, even if they don't reach out to friends, like they give it to you for Christmas for this next summer when the course
Yeah,
opens.
I'm just saying, like, you hand the coupon in, like, hey, this is, you said you'd plan it. Here's the coupon. Will you text my friends?
Text my friends, book us a hotel room, get us this time for the tea time. Like, that would be elite in my mind.
I'm big on that idea. Big coupon guy. Did that a lot as a kid.
You don't even
Here's a one.
Yes, I know.
Here's a coupon for me to take out the garbage, even though that's already my job.
Yep. You don't need to go to the store for it. You don't need to do anything for it. You just need a computer. You just need a slip of paper and a pen.
Yep.
For
Yeah,
Christ's
you don't even
sakes.
need to type it. You can write it out.
It's a great idea.
Phenomenal.
Is there anything you're out on? You haven't said a single thing you're out on.
Yeah, I did. I said balls. I said anything personalized. And then my last one that I'm out on, anything that can attach to the cart. That being a speaker, a rangefinder.
Oh, is this because of trauma?
Please do not get that for me, especially. I'm going to buy that myself, and I'm going to be the one to lose that myself, so I'm going to feel bad for myself. I don't want to lose something that somebody else gave me and then feel bad like, son of a bitch, like they paid $150 for this speaker and I just lost it.
Yeah.
I'd rather buy that stuff myself.
I was going to call you out again because like I know you've had those things.
Correct, and I've lost them.
Yeah, and this makes 100% sense. What about, I don't know why why don't we just have our speakers connect to our bags?
Wow, because then you can't hear them if they're out the back end of
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Wow.
I got like a little JBL circle speaker that if it had like a spot for a carabiner, it projects from every side of the speaker. Like, yeah, the quality isn't going to be as good when you're driving and it's bouncing on your bag, but you're not going to lose that.
I'm trying to think of, or even if the speaker could like, because the Bushnell speaker is also a GPS, it's a rangefinder, it's a GPS. Even like if somehow it obviously recognizes when you're done with 18 holes and it gives you like a buzzing alarm or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
When your cart becomes stagnant for so long, it starts to buzz.
All we need to do is have a Bluetooth, like it's obviously connected to your phone via Bluetooth.
The Apple AirTag.
When you drive away, you get an alert like, hey, you left your fucking speaker, guy.
It's the same concept.
Turn around and go get
as
it.
the AirTag.
Yeah.
If your phone gets too far away from the AirTag, like my dog has an AirTag in case she runs away. It'll say like, hey, this Apple AirTag is like 2 miles away. I'm going to fucking get it.
Yes.
And also, if you AirTag a speaker or if they have some sort of like tracking device in it, you know what groundskeeper you need to go to.
Yeah, you know what
club shop
part-time
attendant
kid that took your speaker has.
You can literally follow him back to like his house and knock
And then
on his
you
front
connect
door.
to the speaker and you play Fortunate Son as you kick down the front door.
Is Fortunate Son the one from Home Alone?
No. Fortunate Son is the song they play as like the helicopter swooping on Vietnam.
Or you could play the Home Alone one.
I don't remember the song.
It's not a song. It's a movie that he plays to scare off the wet
I know.
bandits.
I'm well aware. Are you just going to play the movie Home Alone?
Well, it's Bluetooth. You play whatever you want on it.
You're just listening to the audio of Home Alone?
Or are you
No,
talking
you
about
skip to the part of the guy with the machine gun.
Oh, you no good yellow belly.
yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Now you get it. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
That wasn't that
Merry
great, Ryan.
fucking Christmas, everybody. Get some good gifts.
Are we done?
Yeah, we got one more segment.
Do we want to save that one?
For what?
I don't know.
We've been saving it for months. Let's just rip the band
All right,
off.
let's do it. I was doing some research in my thinking tank, that being the thinking toilet.
I thought you just said you're a shower guy.
He's
well, it
both shit or
depends.
shower.
That's
yeah,
true.
It all depends. So we've been hanging on this one for a bit. What I found out is there's some wild golf rules out there that I did not know about. And I guarantee neither of you did either. But
Yeah,
it's
I knew
also
them
like-
all already.
there's a couple of these that I'm like, okay, this is a great way to enhance the game, especially for people who don't know these rules. Number one, the water bottle rule.
Wait, are these like actual sanctioned?
These are actually
PGA?
These are actual USGA rules.
I don't listen to those rules.
The water bottle rule. You cannot place a water bottle on a green and use it as a level to determine how a putt will break.
That is so smart, though.
It's a phenomenal idea.
Oh my god!
Never did I think about like, hey, if you bring a beer up to the green, like that's great. Like you're sipping on it while your buddies are trying to make their putts. It's great. But hey, maybe sip on a water around the greens.
Dude, you just got a beer in a glass. That'll work.
Or a beer in a glass. Or another great reason to have mixed drinks or Bloody Marys and clear cups on the course is so you can pull this out of your ass and be like, dude, I don't know which way this is gonna putt.
Well, you just
reading over there.
You squat down to read your line, right? Well, as you squat down, you set your beer down like inconspicuously,
Yes.
and then you're
And it
actually
might-
just looking at your beer.
It might be a little off because you don't want to make it super obvious where you're putting it like in the middle of your line. But
Yeah.
it's
you
still
sit
going to
right
give you
next to it.
a better idea of what that putt's looking
Dude,
like. So
that is such a good regular golfer hack,
yeah, the water bottle rule is illegal for those who know about it.
and we are not playing in any sanctioned USGA events, so it is now legal in
Yeah,
our regular
right.
group stuff.
Had you not given us that rule, we never would have done it. But now that you gave us that rule, we will do it.
What are rules
You're welcome.
meant to be?
Broken.
Yep.
The next one, this one is fucking stupid, is the orange rule. And this obviously only applies to certain states where oranges are grown. If your ball is lodged in an orange, you cannot take relief without penalty.
What?
So you're supposed to just smack the orange?
No, you have to take relief with a penalty stroke.
Or I'm just saying, like, or you can not do that, right? You have the option
I
to
don't-
not take relief, correct?
I don't know. Ideally, especially if the orange is on the ground, you hit the orange.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't want the relief and you don't want the penalty stroke, just 5-iron the piss out of that orange.
Yeah,
I guess it's. I didn't really think about like the oranges being in the tree. You could like hacksaw at it above your head.
I don't know if you could legally because I've seen a guy do that. I've seen a guy do that on a tour before, and he got penalized because like the ball was above his swing plane or something like. Some
So then it's not the
rule.
swinging. It's like the same as like the chess putter. It's not a pendulum.
Kind
Or
of
it is
yeah.
a pendulum.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not gonna speculate.
So that's that's why we play golf in the Midwest, because there's no oranges.
Yeah. So,
Correct.
if there was a crabapple rule, we'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Screw.
This isn't how many times did this have to happen to become an official rule?
I was gonna say it. It's had to have happened multiple times for it to become a rule.
I would love to see it.
One time it gets put under discussion, and 2 times it gets put into action.
So at least twice, somebody in playing at a sanctioned USGA event has lodged their golf ball into an orange.
It's got to be those Florida golf courses.
Yeah.
Man,
Floridians.
Yep, Floridians.
Okay, the next one is the cactus rule.
Arizona rule.
If your ball comes to rest next to a cactus, you may wrap an arm or leg in a towel to protect yourself from the needles, but you can't cover the cactus with a towel. So you have to cover yourself with a towel versus covering the cactus with a towel.
Yeah, because a towel's going to stop it. It can poke through my pants.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Thank God this towel, though, is made of what? Vibranium?
Yeah.
That's for all my nerds out there. You know.
Is that a Batman thing?
No.
Kryptonite?
No.
Okay.
Superman.
No. Come on, guys.
I have no idea.
It's Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fair. But
Well, Captain America's shield is a combination of vibranium and adamantium.
Move past it, Ryan. Just keep reading the rule.
I mean, yeah. The basis behind this rule is wrap it up.
Are you saying wrap it before you tap it? Tap the ball out from.
Tap the ball away from the cacti.
Yeah.
Wrap it before you tap it.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot place a towel over the cactus, but you can
Protect your leg.
You can protect that leg of yours.
All three
Moving
of
on to
them.
the next. Okay, this is a good one. And I did not know this contributed to this. It's the spit rule. You may spit.
What about, is this sister rule to the swallow rule?
I did not see a swallow rule.
Okay, sorry, continue.
So this is the spit rule. First off, it says spitters are quitters. No, the spit rule. You may spit on your club face to clean, but not to reduce spin to hit a straighter shot.
Well, how are they going to tell my intentions?
Now, I get spitting on your club to clean it. I did not know that spit or water or anything like that decrease the spin on a shot.
Here's
Now,
the move.
this is an extension to the chapstick rule, which I also did not see. So we don't know if that's illegal or not.
So here's the move. Since I'm just using all these rules as ways to cheat with my friends, I'm going to get a jawbreaker or something. So my spit gets all sticky. Ooh. And then I'm going to spit on my clubs to reduce spin.
Or here's what you could do. A lot of sap coming off the evergreens in the summertime. Rub a little sap onto the irons.
Yeah.
Kind of like pine tar.
That's literally what pine tar is.
It's all natural pine tar.
Pine tar is all natural.
Pine tar is just like sap from pine trees.
Holy fuck. It's fucking pine is short for pine needle. Correct?
What? No. Pine is the
is
name
short
of the
for pine.
No, it's a pine tree and pine needles grow on pine trees.
Correct. But the sap yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I did not put 2 and 2 together in that situation, thinking that pine tar came from a pine tree.
I think they cook it still, which makes it into tar.
Correct. So that I feel like that makes it a different composition than an actual sap. I mean, no one's got fucking pine tar in their golf bag.
Right. Well, like the sap, I'm pretty sure they call it pine tar because it's cooked. That's why they don't call it pine sap.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
Wow,
Blowing
my
smoke
mind
here.
is blown. I'm a baseball guy. Never used pine tar,
That's
but
good.
also
That
never
means
put 2
you were
and
a
2
pitcher.
together.
You're not supposed to use pine tar.
Ryan,
You're
I'm
a
gonna
pitcher.
blow your mind again. The bag of rosin sitting on the mound is also just tree sap that's been dried.
Shut up.
No, it's not.
I didn't know
Rosin,
that.
yeah, that's what rosin is. It's like tree sap and shit.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be illegal.
How does it? It looks like cocaine.
It's like all dried and powdery and shit. I'm almost positive that rosin.
I thought it was just
You
chalk.
don't know exactly.
I thought
he
it was
does
just
not
chalk.
know.
What are those things called?
Rosin bag.
bags.
ROSIN space BAG.
So are you Googling right now?
I am Googling.
All right. Hey,
What do we
I'll
got?
wear it if I'm wrong, but I'm 98% sure that it's pine tar. Or that's not pine tar, but it's like based off of tree sap.
What's in a rosin bag?
Rosin.
It's rosin, but what is
Gee, thanks.
rosin?
Rosin bag is a small canvas bag filled with rosin powder, a sticky substance extracted from the sap of fir trees used by pitchers to improve their grip on the baseball and keep their hands dry.
Lawyered, Ryan.
What? To keep your hands dry? And I mean, I
feel
believe
like
you now.
so we're not allowed to use pine tar when pitching, but we can use dry pine tar.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Get your shit straight, baseball.
I mean, you can use pine tar on your bat.
Yeah.
If hitters can use pine tar, why can't pitchers?
So
Well,
how
no,
about this?
Pitchers can use rosin.
Which is it fucking conferences? Which conference in the major leagues make the pitchers hit?
The National League.
The National League makes pitchers hit. Why aren't pitchers just batting with no gloves on and just getting real pine tarred up?
That's actually a phenomenal
That is
idea.
a
Because then it's unintentional.
Correct. That's a phenomenal idea.
Phenomenal.
All right, what's the next rule?
That's it. There's 4. I mean, these are the craziest rules that I could find.
Those are good rules. I am the water one, dude, is elite.
The water bottle is crazy good. Also, the sap is another. I'm not going to say pine tar because it's sap on the club face, or just spit on the club face.
Yeah, I think I would.
Or if you're having a Captain Coke or something, like Coke's got get some sugar in there. Hey,
anything sticky.
Maybe it's not a Diet Coke day; it's a regular Coke because you're trying trying to reduce spin. So there you have it. You got a couple advantages now. No one knows about the water bottle rule, so pull it out the next time you're out on the course.
Right.
See if anyone notices.
We want you guys to share the podcast. Just don't share this episode with them so you can cheat better.
Correct.
This segment of weirdest rules ever just turned into how are we going to cheat from here on out?
And that's a great way to start. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Episode 116 is in the books. Next week, big interview for us. Probably the biggest guest we've had so far, Tyler.
We promise it's going to happen. It's literally going to happen in 2 hours. So we will be on with Grant Horvat here. Get excited for that. The unintentional hype is just building, I tell you what.
It's going to be good. Okay, that's all we got. See you next week's episode. Love you all. Love you all. Have a good, safe Christmas. Get some good gifts.
Coupons, baby.
Get the coupon. It's free.
Hell, that's a breakfast ball.